I'ma let loose, all I'm gonna drip like this. Every time I drop buckets, man, I give him a sip. Double on the stat sheet, I'm feeling it. John Moran, rookie of the year type. But I know your girl like the lady likes. I'm hitting all type and she just right. Gotta hit it like midnight, yeah, that's right. Every other night on it like a different type of freak. I'ma bring back the night. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. If it is 9:30 on your dial on the eastern side, and if it is 6:30 on the west coast over there, you already know what time it is. It is time for Minority News is Everything. I go by the name of Shadi, and we are back for a brand new week of brand new episodes. We are excited to bring you all this information. We have so much to catch you up on, and tonight is just night one of many, many more nights that we have to come. We're giving you great information, great feedback, and great knowledge. I'm waiting for Miss Wisdom, beloved, to come in right now, and we're going to talk about Beyond the Sheets. Now, I know it's been a little bit of time since we've done the Beyond the Sheets segment, and I apologize for all of you who are about the Beyond the Sheets segment, that want to do the Beyond the Sheets segment. I feel you. I know we haven't been on it in a minute, but I have been constantly hard at work on finishing this album, and I am excited to finally tell you guys that the majority of the album is recorded. It's almost done. I'm excited. A lot more stuff coming down the pipe. We're going to be really giving you guys a lot of information, a lot of different things. We're going to be doing Shoddy Sundays soon, so that's something you definitely don't want to miss out on. We're excited for that. We're also excited for you to hopefully understand that what we're trying to do here is trying to give you an understanding and an outside perspective of just having a conversation. We hope and pray that what we do is intelligent. I hope we pray that we give you something for knowledge. And without further ado, she's in the building, which means ding, 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 ding. It's time for it to go down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you know what the month is, there she goes. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Over there
cool.
looking like Adrian Baylon and 3LW and shit.
What the hell?
No
Man,
more, baby. I'll do right. I'm just saying, if you can. Be man. Be man, man.
I have my headphones in today because I ain't trying to be too loud. So
I'm
I
just
have
saying,
to,
no more.
baby, I'm
Baby,
gonna
I'll
do it
do
right.
right. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so, it's been a couple weeks. I apologize for that, but we are back.
I know it has been a couple weeks.
And we have decided let's go and get spicy on them since it's been a minute, and we know you
We gonna
guys
get
like
spicy?
to talk.
You think this is spicy?
I think it's spicy.
I feel like this is more like heart to heart. That's for sure.
Oh, I don't know. Because see, to me, you it's heart to heart. I haven't seen the hyenas come in yet. So
No.
I'm waiting for that shit to drop because you never freaking know. Anyway, so
yeah, you never
tonight
know.
we're going to go over question one, and I'm going to give it to you, is why is it so hard for partners to open up to their other partner?
Oh, I'm starting? I thought you were going to start.
Oh, no. Ladies first. Especially,
Okay.
I mean, when you sitting here looking like a 2000s, R&B star, I got to give you the credit.
All right. So I'm going to do it from more of a personal experience type thing. Okay. So why is it hard for you to open up to your partners in hard times? In my experience, I feel like it's been because I didn't know how to approach certain situations. Sometimes I get really mad, or sometimes I get really in my feelings or really upset, and I don't know how to communicate that properly. So I do need to take a step back. I need to, not answer when I'm mad, but more, reflect on it or reflect what's going on, and then come back and bring it to the table with a more level-headed, perspective. It all depends on the approach. That's for sure.
Very much agree.
So I could definitely say I take a step back, review it, definitely sleep on it, and then come back to the situation. In some cases, I have been, I could say belittled, or more say like my point of view or my opinion was kind of downsized, or I would say not viewed as important. So that's why when it comes to certain topics, it is harder to open up about them, or when you are going through something, because sometimes you feel like your voice isn't being heard, or your opinion doesn't matter, or your opinion is going to be manipulated by the other person's point of view. and you don't want to feel like your opinion doesn't matter or like your point of view isn't, respected, I guess you could say. So that, for me, that's been the reason why it's been hard for me to open up with certain people, because you just never know. Like, you try to give the benefit of the doubt to everyone, and you feel like, they could understand or they could relate, but then again, not everybody can understand or relate what you're going through. So it does take you coming back, internalizing, really sitting down, thinking about it, and then trying to find the best way to express it to this person so they can see it, in their own way, or try to explain it so they understand where you're coming from without trying to belittle their, point of view or their opinion as well. That's from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
My answer is not that complex or perplexed. I kind of feel bad for going second now. I kind of should have let you go first. I should have let you go second. But I gotta tell you, for this one, it's really because every time I tried to open up, they left. So
Okay.
I don't really I think especially, and I'm gonna say this because it needs to be said, there still are good men out here.
Yeah, there are.
Trying
I agree.
our fucking best. However, I will stress this to the fucking 10th degree. If I, as a guy, right, it is already the number one thing we don't like to do is to talk about emotions.
This is very true.
Henceforth.
Well, I can't say all, most have a hard time.
Okay.
Most.
I've grown up around niggas. I live around niggas. I talk with niggas all the time. Let me
I'm
help
sure
you
do.
From the overall general perspective of 100 niggas. When I took my survey, same shit, different stories.
Same shit. Okay.
Same shit. Okay. So my thing is with this is if it's already hard for me to open up in general about me just saying I feel hurt to anybody.
True.
It's going to be extremely hard for me if the past that I've had is, hey, I want to let you know, I want to be here, I care, I think this is something of value. And then as soon as I say that, we go from here to this person kind of
drifting off.
So my thing is yo, at some point, I'm thinking it's me. So I shouldn't just fucking talk. And then when you get to find somebody that you do like, and it's just well, how come you don't open up more? It's a catch-22, but the reality is if I know for a fact that me opening up to you is going to make you dip, I'm not gonna do it.
That happens to a lot of people. I've heard that from many people.
I'm just not gonna do it, because the thing is I'm somebody who's very lenient. I love to give the attention and understand, because I need it, because I understand that I've been there and I don't want to give that. However, not to say that you said earlier, not to say that you have your own things going on, you want to be you have your own struggles and second and third. It's I get that you have struggles here going on, but at the same time, I just want to point out, in this day and age, in the 21st century, it is very hard to find a man that knows that shit and is still going to be hey, I got you. And I'm telling you straight from just knowing niggas that call my phone about how they don't want to deal with their bitch. I'm just saying. Straight up. And I'm sorry, classy lady.
I was just gonna correct you.
Listen,
the B word.
Don't trip. The Lord ain't through with me yet. I'm working. It's a process. Okay?
Okay.
You lovely, intelligent, respectable young ladies. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, no problem.
For catching yourself in that, because I was about to go rah-rah on your ass.
Now back to these niggas. Like I'm saying, okay? The point of the matter is I understand, and I've really spent the last 3 or 4 years having a lot of close friends with girls who we have they've taught me so much, because we've known each other for a long time, and I'm yo, help me. I really just don't fucking genuinely understand. I've crashed on your couch. I've ate all your food. The least I can do is to get some fucking advice from
advice. So let me ask you this, a stemming off this topic. So what if silence is the answer? I know that's another question that we have for today, but how do you maneuver through that? So what if the person needs to silence to kind of...
I gotta be honest with you, for a guy, that's the most nerve-wracking thing you can do to us. That is literally the one thing that if you're oh, he's calm, cool, and collected, if I hit you and I'm what the fuck? What did I do?
The beating your head against the wall
because
thing?
you have to understand, trained for the last 15 to 20 years of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not hitting us, you're hitting somebody else. Now, mind you, that's not the correct way to do it at all. That's not the way. It's not, and it's not what's going on. However, I'm just trying to get you to see how guys internally are taught how to process things. So when you sit there and say, I need
but
to
we think that too, though. A lot of us do think that, like, if our man or a guy that we're talking to isn't hitting us up, they're speaking to someone else.
So my whole thing is this: it's like, and we talk about this probably every week, but the circle thing we always come back to is communication. Because
definitely.
But the thing is now I feel like in this conversation, it really doesn't depend on the communication of the relationship. It depends on the communication of each individual partner. Because one partner's way of communicating and understanding is vastly different from the other one's communication and understanding.
But this is why you have to be able to learn what type of communication and comprehension it is that the person you're trying to get to know, how they communicate with you, because they may not be upfront, they may not be verbal, maybe their way to, so you have to kind of ask the questions and
And I don't disagree with that. However, when you ask and you still don't get the answer, then you're curious.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not so much that what you're saying is absolutely the correct way of going about it. But let's be realistic.
Okay, so do you feel like you need to know the answer right when you want it, or you can't be patient and wait for it?
21-year-old me needs to know that answer right the fuck now. I don't care what your issue is.
Okay, but 27-year-old you now wants to what?
Yo, hit me. I'm at the point now where, like, when you ready, you'll hit me.
Okay.
So my thing is like, at 21, I had more free time to care about that opinion. At 27, I got 3 different businesses I'm running, trying to finish an album, trying to do a video shoot, music series, all this different shit. And as much as I adore and care about this person, if you don't want to talk to me, I would love to get some sleep and get high. So it's not like
growth. So there's growth, which is good, because.
But at the same time, I'm gonna point out to you that if anybody else came from my background and my situation, they'd be like, fuck no, they would still have the same answer. However, I want to thank God in helping me get to this point. Because other than that, the Lord knows he's touched me. Because other than that, I'd still be wild. But the truth of the matter is you have to be able to see things from a higher level. You got to be able to see things from a different perspective. But the problem is I think, and here's my thing, I understand, and like, I am a big advocate for every group of women that believe that men have to step up in a different way, a different form. My only problem is when we do step up and you don't, what's the problem there? That's my only thing. You ask, hey, we need to be here. We want us to be accountable. Let us know. Be able. Be open. Do all that shit. I get that. I agree with that. And Lord knows if I can get a picket sign on the fence, I'll be out there with y'all. However, my question is that if I do all of this shit on my end, all the shit you want Morris Chestnut to do in the goddamn movie, and it still ain't good enough for you, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Or what is any male supposed to do? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not, I don't see, to me, my thing is, it's not the personal thing, because that personal issues and personal battles are something you can't depict, you can't define, you can't understand. That's the person's personal walk and journey. However, if how you treat the person that you care about or was around you or who has gotten you, I've learned. Now, I'm not talking about anybody else right now but my goddamn self. I am talking about the times where I was like, yo, this person ain't fucking here, this person ain't down for me, this, that, and the third, and they needed that time to silence. And then when I was like, well, if you know who I am, why wouldn't you just tell me what was going on? Just say, hey, I need a couple of days and I'll get back to you. My whole thing is that the lack of communication thing is what fucked me up in that situation. Because all I've ever asked for is just fucking tell me. I don't care if you need space. I don't care if you need this. Just fucking talk to me so I know, so I'm not going fucking crazy. Okay. That's pretty much it. So
is your rant over now? Are you over? Is your rant? Did you need to get that off your chest?
No,
because it sounded like you were like.
I was in the studio today. We did a couple of records that were in regards to that. I was talking with some friends. I had to talk to a boy about what was going on with his life and his relationship. I also had a homie when I was talking to her on the way back, and she was talking about her mans that I know from fucking college. So what I'm talking about is really I've just dealt with in the past 4 hours on my way home and in the studio. So it's really a culmination, because it's like, yo, like I really understand that, and I get the perspective of a lady more because I was raised with two women in my house, and I'm seeing one develop, and I'm seeing how the other one is affected by it. So like I really understand that. But in doing that and being raised that way and hearing everything that I've heard over the last couple of hours, which is
crazy.
shit. I ain't gonna front. It's shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of sit back and I'm like, yo, for every time a guy can sit there and say she's got to be that way, you can go back 3 times and look at yourself in the face and be like, yo, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't do this. That's why I'm like, yo, if you need the space, if you need the time when it comes to guys, just let them know. Because I spent the last hour on the road coming home trying to let a couple know that neither one of them was wrong. They just don't talk. And so my whole thing is on the outside looking in is like, I think it's crazy that they don't talk, considering that they spent so much time together. They know each other.
Maybe they don't know how to communicate properly.
But that's the point I was getting ready to get to. You literally hit the nail on the head. They don't know how to.
They don't know how to communicate. And sometimes, see, that's the thing though. Sometimes people don't have that. Like sometimes you can have a relationship that has everything else, but the part where you need to grow and you need to learn in is the communication part. Like some people weren't raised to have proper communication with adults. Some people weren't raised to have proper communications with the other sex, whether it's male or female. So with professionals, it all depends. Like there's a lot that goes on when it comes to communication, and it's hard.
There's so many things you can funnel into a thing with it. There's so much. Yes. But my thing is this. Yes, that is very true. But I'm learning from mentors and adults in my life that have already passed that rule and passed that time. It's like, yeah, you can get all of that, but at what point are you going to be there to make the effort and they don't try? You see what I'm saying? Like what I'm learning is just like, we're looking at that right now and saying, they need to let us live. We need our space. We need to be like, yo, hey, listen, I got to develop some stuff around me.
We need to heal as a whole, like, generation. And I speak from my peoples and as a whole generation, we definitely need to heal the fuck up. Like, we definitely need to deal with our shit so we can be able to come together as couples and as a relationship, and just in general, like people, like companionship, friendships, building any type of relationship, whether it's professional or personal. We need to heal so we can let the bullshit go, so we can properly communicate and understand how people need to communicate, because it just won't work.
That is a
like
fact.
We need to.
That is. I'm also going to add another point on top of that. I'm not going to like discount that. I'm just going to add something to the bottom of that.
To the bottom.
To the bottom of that. So with that being the case, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to heal, right?
Yes.
I love when people tell me that, because then I love this answer. Okay, can you name me a time in the Bible where God told you to heal by yourself, or any time in life you've ever met somebody where they had to heal by themselves? My whole point is like, I'm talking about from the point where I was like, yo, I got to do this shit me. My nigga, fuck everybody else. I don't care what they like about my music, whatever. I'm gonna do this shit for me. I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time I'm sitting there doing this whole process, God has done nothing but put people in my fucking life.
There you go.
To help me heal. So my thing is we're always sitting here talking about we need time to heal. We need to
but what
I'm saying is how is that possible when God puts people in your life to help you heal? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
that is my point. That is my point.
Your internal process is there. You have to do that internally. But we always sit here, and I'm just looking back on like the last 2 years of my life where I'm like, bro, I need to do everything by myself. And it literally took up like 2 months ago to be like, I'm sitting here having this whole fucking vendetta, and he gave me X, he gave me Y, he gave me Z. I need to feel emotionally helped. I needed to have an emotional person I can connect with. He helped me with that. He blessed me with this. He blessed me with that. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm just like looking at myself like Mr. fucking cocky. Oh yeah, you got it all. You know, and it's just like you're looking at yourself and you're like, nigga, you ain't do it by yourself. Like it's one of those
that's my point.
Slapped me in the face and it was like, nigga, you really didn't do it by yourself.
Like that's my point. Like I'm not telling you to heal by yourself. I'm not telling people that they need to heal by themselves. Like you said it, God put people in your life to help you heal. However it is that you decide to heal is obviously your own journey. And like I said, so you've had X, Y, and Z that got placed in your life to help you heal. That they brought you this, you brought you that. That other things bring that too. You have therapy. You have sessions where you can speak to certain people. You cut off all the negative energy, and then you surround yourself with people who are, you know, like-minded like you, who want the same thing as you, who are driven as you. So there's obviously different ways to heal, not necessarily saying you have to heal by yourself. But as a person, you do need to internalize and figure out what the fuck it is that you really need as a person,
The
so
reason
you
why I
can
wanted to
grow.
go now, the reason why I wanted to go into that dialogue is because you're 100% right. But the problem is how many of us really look at that realistically and say we don't need to heal by ourselves. You made valid points on everything, and I want to let you know that was probably the most eloquent way I've ever fucking heard that delivered. Because I've heard that delivered in a lot of ignorant ways and stuff thrown
Of
at me
course.
and yelled at me, mainly thrown at me on the way out. But my point of the matter
Mm-hmm.
is you hit the nail, but the reality is, and that's something I feel like we need to address here, is that a lot of us say that we do it alone, but in reality we aren't, but we don't allow that shit in. And I think that's the reason why I wanted
Yes.
you to go into that dive in, because it's such a great point to show the other side of how people really genuinely feel about this crap. Because that is a genuinely valid fucking point. And I'm on board with that. However, we also got to look at it both sides, and we're always talking about giving dialogue in a conversation. And so I think that was really important to show people, because sometimes, and I'm sure you can attest to this, sometimes we don't see what the fuck we need to hear until
Yes.
somebody else does it.
Until somebody
And
else does it.
so,
So that's my other thing too. So it's who you surround yourself when you're in this moment of healing. Like I said, when we were getting back to our main question, is why is it so hard for you to open up to your partner at times? That partner could be a really close friend. That partner could be a mentor. For me, I feel like it's the approach. Like, is the person willing to sit there and listen to your vulnerable side and not belittle the fact that you're on this healing process? You know, are they going to steer you in a wrong direction rather than a right direction, guide you to, you know, or give you advice so you can move on into a better healing space? I mean, it just goes that way. It's definitely, for me, is approach, how you approach them, and who are you going to? Because remember, this world is full of haters. This world is full of people who want to see you down, no matter what you're trying to accomplish in life. That's just in general. Bless you. So that's just what it is. So if you are surrounding yourself around these people who want to see you down, who are not supporting your hustle, who are not like-minded as you, of course they're going to say anything and everything to steer you in the wrong direction, whether to you in that vulnerable moment it may not seem like, oh, you know, maybe they have good intentions, but then, you know, it leads you in the wrong path. That's where you have to kind of really realize, or really see who is on your side. Like, it's true, you have to see who really fucks with you and who's going to take the time to actually listen and be on your side, because anybody can steer you in the right direction. You just got to see if the person is really true about what they're saying. Because you think people like going to therapists, especially as Black people? You think they like
hold
going to
on.
therapists?
Yo, ask me to go to therapist.
Do you want to go to therapy? You see, that's another thing. Is like, are you willing to let those walls
Fuck
down
out of
so
here.
you
What
can?
Black people go to therapy?
A lot of Black people now, though, you'd be surprised. I go to therapy. Hey, I'm all for it.
All right. So the next one is, so we kind of got into it a little bit, but I want you to dive into it a little bit more. The next one is, do you get mad if the silence? Actually, I'll answer this one. Do you get mad if your silence pushes them away?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
you know, because the first time I was supposed to go first, and I let you go first, and then I realized my answer really wasn't that shit. So
Okay.
I want to, so you know, because you giving these soliloquies and deep Miss Erica Badu over here tonight. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was saying is, it
All right.
pushes
Yes.
me away
Okay.
if you know I'm trying to be there.
Okay.
It only
Wait, but
makes
that's
me
not the
mad.
but that's not the question though. It's make you mad. Does it make you mad? It's not.
Oh
Of
no,
course.
no, no! I don't care. Honestly, when I was younger, it used to piss me the fuck off. Now, it's like, word. I can play this 2K and nobody.
Oh my God.
Yo, I
Hey
remember like,
sis.
yo, I'm saying, I'm just at a point now where it's like the time
So
that I
it
normally would spend talking to
so
somebody.
it doesn't get you upset then.
Oh no, fuck no.
Okay.
Because my whole
So
thing is like, yo, if they're silent, right? There's only two things going on. Either some real shit's going on and they'll get back to me when life is like slowed down, or they just said, fuck you, nigga, I'm on to the next. So either way, I'm gonna find out. I'm just gonna let time play itself out. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's very mature of
I
you.
can't really. Well, my whole thing is like, yo, time. Like, honestly, that might be a mature. It might sound like a mature answer. Really, it's just the money hungry nigga answer. Cause like, I don't really care if it's affecting me not getting money. Then I'm out. I don't care. I like.
I know. Trust
This
me. I
is
know.
cute. Like, this is great. This helps my life. I'm so happy. You make me smile. But money make me smile a lot more.
Your facts.
Money
Facts.
make me a very, very happy nigga. So
Facts.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, this silence is just so terrible. Meanwhile, I just closed another deal. Oh, silence is just so bad. Oh shit, I can work
Oh
on
my
this tonight
God.
without someone telling me how much they got upset about this bitch ass nigga at work today. Oh, now I know I'm gonna sit there and tell you and agree with you that he a hoe, and I would love to come kick his ass. Now, if I can't come kick his ass, then what's the point of me walking down with this shit no more? Okay,
You
fuck that hoe.
supporting it.
Let's go.
You supporting the vibe. That's all I
That's my
gotta
whole
say.
point. I just want to be here to support the argument. Okay, I
There
just
you
want to be
go.
here to support the argument. He's like, I just want like, see, I'm that type of, I'm in my relationship. If we're home and we're having that conversation, like, yeah, this like that. Oh my God, no, he didn't. That motherfucker did that. That's some bullshit. Oh no, man, you was right. You was right. Yo, fuck him, right? I'm not even disagreeing or agreeing. I'm just hype man.
You're just hype man.
I'm just hype man because you know what? That's what she needed. That's what she wanted. She didn't
Facts.
tell me that shit because I'm stressing. She needed to be like, oh no, she's terrible. They never understand how hard you work. They just don't understand you. They don't deserve you. They don't appreciate you. Why the fuck would I sit there and be like, well, maybe she has a point, and I gotta sleep in the same bed with you? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. That's a sign of a dumbass. That's not a sign of a smart person.
It depends on the situation, and not always, but it depends on the situation. All right. So for me, do I get mad if I get some silence? Yes, yes.
All right.
It does.
I was just checking.
It
All
does.
right, I was just checking.
No, I'm not
I
gonna lie.
was cleaning, so I didn't know. I didn't see the face, so.
Yes, it makes me upset.
Oh,
It makes me upset. It bothers me just because, you know, I don't like the silent treatment.
all right.
I don't like the silent treatment. The mind is a scary place. So when you are assuming things and, I'm just being really honest. So the mind is a scary ass place. So when you sit in there and your nigga ain't writing you back, and he does, it fucks with you a little bit. So yes, silence irks my nerve because you can tell me, hey, listen, babe, I've been doing XYZ. I'm handling XYZ business, or I really don't want to talk tonight. Let's pick it up tomorrow. I'd much rather it be that way. But I can say I give a lot of the silent treatment to a lot of people, but I don't like getting it back. So, yes.
Okay.
So it's true. So yes, it pisses me off. It irks my nerve. So yeah. All right. So our next question. I don't know. You kind of worded this a little different. So I'm just gonna say, if I believe that this isn't important to you, I'm gonna leave. Why is it a double standard on both sides? So I want you to start with this one too, because I was trying to understand what you're trying to say. Like, is that a question? Like, if somebody expresses that line to you, is that what you're referring to? Like, say, if something's important to me is not important to you, like we ain't.
No. So what I'm saying is like when I mean that, I mean in terms of like developing this relationship. So I've seen so many friends, whether male or female, over the years, that we will talk, we'll hang out, and at the beginning, everything is cool,
Maybe this in a
everything's
minute.
smooth, everything's fine, and then it gets to past the honeymoon phase, and then we're not mushy mushy lovey dovey anymore, and one person is really adamant about this, and it's like, yo, I want to be here. I
Mm-hmm.
want this. I know how much work comes with it. I know the road ahead. This is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
And then about 3 to 4 to 5 months down the road, you start to see as a person, like, okay, sorry, I got an email. But what we were saying is that
Yeah, so 3 or 4 months down the
yeah, 3 or
road.
4 months down the road, if I'm sitting here, I'm sorry, it's been a long day of text and shit. If it's been 3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 months down the road, sorry, and I know that I'm still making this effort, and I'm still trying, and I'm still doing this, but it seems like your energy, what is it? Bam, bam, bam. Like, so, let's see. Sorry. Ah, there's a lot of things. I'm sorry, my phone.
You just lost your train of thought. Look,
Yeah,
okay.
I
1, 2,
literally
3.
got like
Regroup.
40 things going on right now. But what I was saying was
Well,
like
that
after
ain't important. We're on Beyond the Sheets. So everything
fair enough,
else,
fair enough, fair
everything
enough.
else
It's
can
all
hold the
all
fuck on for now.
right. So what I'm saying
Thank
is
you.
like 3 or 4 months down the line, I'm sitting here making this active effort. I'm making all this. I'm trying to let this person know I'm above and beyond all board for them. And then I get like let's say I send like a beautiful long text or something like that, right? Like just
Mm-hmm.
me being in my fucking Drake feelings, being a light skin at the time, and just fuck it,
Okay.
I like you.
We all have our light skin
I
moments.
fuck it, I want to show infatuation, and then it's like, aw, that's cute. I'm the type of nigga. I'm like,
Ooh, that irks your nerve.
took me
The all that's cute. So what, you were expecting a long paragraph back?
No, my nigga, I'm just saying. I said, you know how hard it is. If you know me, you know how hard it is for me to sit there and do that shit. Okay, that's not easy. Okay, for a rap song, for a music song, that shit's easy all day, no problem, no issues whatsoever. On the other hand, no, no,
No. Okay.
no, just because it's just like, yo, it's just to me, what that symbolizes to me is that I've clearly shown you I've made the effort to be here, to make this point, to make an understanding, and to let you know that this is where I want to be, this is how I feel, and this is where I want to be going forward. And if you don't reciprocate that, I'm not going to have this whole, oh, you don't fucking love me no more, you don't care about me, crap no more attitude. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to sit there and be like, yo, is this a value to you? Like, am I doing it? Like, is this helping you in any way? Is this not? Because I'll be more prone to stick around if I know it's helping you, because that means it's helping a healing process that I may end up getting to the better part of this relationship later. However, if
okay, so a question, I know I've probably asked you this like a million times, but patience, do you think patience is like the virtue? If you really feel like you want to risk it for this person, is the patience, will it be worth it for you?
I think patience is used as an action tool.
What do you mean? A verb. Hey, back to me.
Sorry. Continue.
I asked you a question.
Sorry. Say it again.
You said patience is used as an action.
Yeah, I do think it's used as an action a lot, because then it's like, okay, cool, patience. So it's like, all right, I'll be patient. And then
what's wrong with having patience though?
Yo, I'm all for somebody having patience, but if it's like,
that's the thing. Like, I feel like if it was for the guy that I'm trying to grow with, I'd have them a numerous amounts of patience, as I'm trying to get to know what it is that this person needs from me as a woman or a partner. Like, But he said somebody said patience has a deadline. It does. That's what I'm saying. I guess my question is, will you wait for this person? Is this person worth the risk? Like, I feel like back in the day, our parents, look at my mom still at work. Our parents had mad patience for each other, and they stuck through it while a majority of ours stuck through it. Yours stuck through it. Mine didn't, but, that's the double between us. Hello.
Yep, I'm here. I'm here.
So,
I'm writing this stuff down. I need this so I don't do the same thing next week. Where we're like, oh, where's that? Because I be forgetting.
So, to the comment, so your El Capitan ambassador wrote, patience has a deadline. Do you feel like that's true?
Yes, absolutely.
What's your deadline with patience? Our parents ain't have many dreams and goals though. True. It is a different world nowadays.
It is a different world, but at the same time, those values are still in you. It may take you a while to see those values. It may take you a while to cultivate those values the way that you want. But it's still there. It has a limit. I mean, everybody has patience with people to the point where you can't take it no more. 1 year with other people, no time limit on their goals. Okay, so he says our parents ain't have many dreams and goals though. 1 year with other people, no time limit on their goals. Now again, and that's true. You shouldn't have a time limit on people's goals, but however, you should have a time limit on whether
someone wasting their own time is gonna waste yours 1,000% of the time. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, no, it's like my only thing is I don't like someone wasting their own time is gonna waste. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the better way of saying it. I can't eloquently put it as my mentor does, but that's the truth. It's the truth. You can't do that stuff 1,000% of the time and be patient, knowing that we're human and we all have so many different facets of life to deal with. Like we could be patient in this area, but what if that patience runs out? And we all know as humans, like as much as we try not to let things seep through to other parts of our lives, it does fester.
No, you can have a time limit on people, just not goals, because they happen when the universe allows you.
Very much true. So, okay.
Yeah. So if a person tells you they're not ready, but you're still willing to wait there, if your patience runs out, whose fault is it?
The dummy that's staying there, I guess. So I guess that's me. I guess the dummy that's staying there.
Allows you to level up. True. Okay, so let me ask, this is like a question off of this. So if you guys decide to part ways now, but then feel like you'll eventually come back together, is that something that you'll be willing to open a door on?
Yes.
Like if you feel like you don't want to waste your time or you don't want to block your blessings now at this moment, waiting for this person, but you really felt like it could have been something strong, will you be willing to come back to that? I know there's a lot of people who have like hold that resentment or hold that grudge, and they don't want to go back to that because they're like, okay, I wanted you at this moment. Now I'm here or we're here, and do we really want each other? You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, what if the person already knows what they want?
There's nothing wrong with that. But are you going to wait for them? That's what you said. You're the dummy.
Nope, make them come up to meet you, but never go back. Oh!
That's what I'm saying. So if you guys level up, and y'all both up there.
Yeah, but he makes a good point. What if that person's already ready for you to be there, and then you're like, well, you gotta wait?
Then you gotta figure out if they're on your time or not. Are you gonna wait? That's what I'm saying. Are you gonna wait for them? Are they gonna be on your time? Are you gonna really give them the benefit of the doubt and rock out with them until they get there? You know?
Fair enough. I give you that. So I want to ask this other one. What do you care about? So we'll close off with this because I really want to make this good because ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be restreaming these episodes starting this weekend from
Yes. Oh yeah, I
Saturday and
forgot about
Sunday.
that.
So you'll see Wiz Beloved on Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, all of that information on Saturday night. And then Sunday night, you will get our hip hop, get you, we'll get different facets. I can't explain it all yet. I'm still getting the information. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be restreaming on multiple platforms.
Yes,
I am
we
excited to tell you
are.
that.
Excited.
I am super excited about that. I am blessed to have that happen. And we are so ecstatic to bring this to you guys. Like,
definitely. So we can have more of our people's viewers everywhere else. So
absolutely.
if you can't watch us here, you will watch us everywhere.
Oh, she got it. All right, so now that I put this selfish plug in here.
Okay, go.
What do you care about the most? Winning the fight with your partner or keeping the relationship alive? Now I'm gonna ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Two-part.
Okay.
The first part of that is so I'm gonna reiterate it again, and I'm gonna give you the lower level. So it's like, what do you care about? The winning the fight or keeping the relationship alive?
Okay.
Now I'm gonna ask you, give me that answer when you're in the heat of the moment, and give me that answer a day later. Oh yeah, come on. You know I'm gonna go. Come on. You know I gotta make the last one the best. Come on, girl. Come on.
So I'm pretty petty. So I will let you win. And just to I'll let you win. Get, in that moment. See, because like I said earlier, I sit back and I sleep on shit when I'm mad, and then I come back and us as women, well, not us as women, but me as a woman, I like to process what the fuck is going on, so then I can come at you and then be like, nah, this is XYZ, and this is why, da 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 da, and this is why I felt this and that. That's me. So I'll let you win in the heat of the moment. I'll let you win. That's a setup. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's a setup. That is a fucking setup.
No, because most women would want to win. They'd want to be right. Trust me, you know me. I love to be right.
Yes,
but
I know.
But for me, I'll let you win. So then I can sit back. Being understood is the win for me. Arguments get you left right by yourself. So yeah. So I'll let you win.
Amen. Amen. Let the church say amen. Preacher. I had to put that in there. It's so funny.
Anyways,
too funny.
I'll let you win in the heat of the moment. Then I'll express myself after. So yes,
okay,
I'm much for keeping the relationship alive. That's for sure.
I respect that, but still, I'm gonna tell you why that's a setup. Because you gonna leave it for today, and then I'm gonna do something another day that has nothing to do with this shit, and you gonna bring that shit up.
You're right.
You're gonna be like,
you're right.
And that's why, nigga. That's
you're
why
right.
Like this. That was a week ago. It don't
you're
matter.
Right.
We're talking about it now.
You're right.
Whoa, no. That's a setup. That sets me up to lose. I may win this argument, but I'm going to lose the next three because you're going to keep those in there. Nah. No.
It's all right.
No.
If it's toxic, it's toxic. I own up to what I got. I don't care. That may be toxic behavior to you, but it is what it is to me. It's my life. So that's all I got to say.
All right. So you want me to answer it?
Go for it. Well, you pretty much already answered it, so.
I don't care about winning the fight. I just care about going to bed. See, here's my thing. It's like,
that's true.
Listen, my whole thing is we can fight, we can do all that, but if the fight leads to us not ending up in the same bed, or if I gotta sleep on the couch, then we seriously got a problem. Yeah. Then we got a problem that's bigger than that. Then there's something there.
Then that heat in the moment experience.
Exactly. Like, there's something else that's going. So, yeah. So that's really what it boils down to. It's been really freaking crazy.
And that's why we are in the bind we must care. Disagreements are not supposed to linger to other days.
Agreed. And that's why I said, like, we can argue, But that argument can't go into tomorrow.
Okay, but okay, no. So what if a person see that's I can't agree with that though, because I'm the type of person that I like to sleep on shit. So you're telling me that I can't sleep on it and then talk to you about it the next day?
No,
We're
but
supposed
at
to
least
talk about it in that
no,
heat of the
no.
moment. What
See,
if I can't
but
communicate
see
that?
here what we're talking about. See here it is right now. I'm not saying you can't talk to me about tomorrow, but we need to have a resolution as to okay, we're at this point tonight, and then we're going to finish this tomorrow.
Women must understand how they are to be in tune with Mother Nature.
Go ahead. I know you want to say something. I'm waiting. I'm like,
Nothing.
I wish I had some popcorn because I'll be like,
There should be no heat though. You should be able to control. Exactly my point. Like, I'm not trying to be out here saying that I'm gonna be rah rah rah. Like, I'm the type of person that likes to sleep on shit. I'm gonna sleep on it, and then when I feel like I'm more level headed and I can get my, my point across, I will come at. Not that I'm gonna throw it in your face and be petty about it, but if I want to communicate it to you when I'm more calm, I will.
I'm just saying, eat my popcorn. Go ahead.
Oh God.
So it's too funny. But this was an incredible show. Wiz, do you have any new music coming
You
out?
gotta
Anything
sleep
you
on
got
it
going
because you
on?
can't control your emotions. Not true, but whatever.
Yo, so give us a plug. We appreciate you guys giving us the night. Thank you so much. It is so good to be back. I miss my homie, man. This is probably one of my favorite nights of the whole week as we get to go back and forth. And she lives so far away from me now, so I miss her dearly. I can't see her. So
I know.
it does me such a good service to see her like this, to hang out with her, to kick it with you guys. And if you guys can hear these funny ass conversations we have on a regular basis,
Yo, seriously.
it's just, y'all get the PG versions of this shit. It
be like
crazy.
water.
I ain't like that. So, Wiz, you got any new music coming out? You doing any features? You got anything dropping? You got something working on? Please selfishly plug yourself, girl.
No. Well, the only new thing I have is I did do a little song for my son's birthday, which was this past weekend. So that's the only thing. I did something more heartfelt.
Hey, King A, you better respect that, man. You better enjoy that. I'm 27 and my own, man. Still ain't made a song for me, nigga. Damn shame.
Yeah, he was pretty excited.
You know, I told you that's gonna be he gonna break a lot of hearts. I told you that man gonna be a playboy.
I hope not. I hope not.
Easy.
No.
Easy. Hey, and then once he wants to know the game, you drop him off to Uncle Shawty, he won't be the same. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna be like, yo, let's go down the street, let's hang out, let's pop off a couple of little bit. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna teach him just like that dude in Role Models. I'm like, you see those pair of double D's, 2:00. Don't look.
Don't be telling me this, because no, he ain't gonna be going to no Uncle Shotty's crib.
Don't be hating, all right? Men need structure. But
no.
So you did the song for your son. You got any new features dropping anytime soon? You got anybody you've been collaborating with, any of that nature?
I do have somebody that I've been working with from New York. He's pretty dope. We actually he finished his verse. We gotta get my shit situated with my engineer. So we in the works.
Okay.
So definitely it's gonna get there.
I bet. So I'm gonna let you go. Have a good night. I can't wait to hear the new music because
all love.
I gotta be honest, lady. You know, I have this one song in rotation. I think I might have most of your plates. Okay, so I need more songs.
I got you.
I got you. Songs, okay, redirect the mind. Okay, I need to redirect my mind. Okay, so.
That's the whole point. All right.
But
cool.
Thank you so much, Wiz.
I know. Thank you. Thank you, everybody in the comments. You know, El Capitan, nothing personal. I got you. You've seen it from your perspective. So I appreciate all the comments and feedback. That's why we have these conversations.
That's why we got to have these conversations because these conversations should happen more. And that's what we try to stress to you guys. Like I tell you guys every night. Sometimes God doesn't make you get out of things. Sometimes it makes you go through things. And I hope that what you're going through in your life, we're helping to give you a conversation. This is the most beautiful, amazing, talented Miss Wiz Beloved. I go by the name of motherfucking Shotty. Shotty LaRock. All the motherfuckers are going to say, oh! All right. Peace, love.
What happened to Hugh Hefner, huh?
Hey, the Black Hugh. Better understand, yo. I'm about to go put the robe on right now. You know my robe.
Oh God.
You know when I put the robe on, the day's over.
Facts.
All
right. Bye, everyone. See you next week.
Peace. Thank you guys so much for being on. We appreciate the time. We appreciate you. Come back tomorrow night when we have my man Joe Segas on for Political Hip Hop. And now with Biden's picking Kamala Harris as his VP. Oops, spoiler alert for those of you who don't follow news. Kamala Harris is the VP candidate for Democratic National Committee. So tomorrow night, we are going to get into some very deep stuff on that. We're going to get into some hip-hop knowledge. We're going to get into some politics. And, ladies and gentlemen, conventions are right around the corner, and you do not want to miss tomorrow night.